Hello friends, welcome to the Java online course. This is video number 10. Till last video we have completed almost many parts of object oriented programming in Java. Now we are continuing with the core concepts of programming again with the help of Java programming, how this can be implemented easily and how it will be added. So the next concept is arrays. Array is basically the most important and core part of every programming languages. This array is a contiguous or related data items that shares the common name. Okay, so if you are knowing C++, might be knowing the concept of array here. A collection of similar kind of the data we term as array. It offers a suitable mean of grouping information. This means that all elements in the array have the same type of the data. A position in the array indicated by a non-negative integer value called as index. The element at a given position in the array accessed using that index. The size of the array is fixed and cannot increase to put up the more elements. So basically, when I want to store a collection of element of same type, so I need to use the data type like array. With the help of array, we can store different multiple values inside the single element, and we can access them by a non-negative index, non-negative integer called as index, which value starts from 0. Now how to declare the arrays? So basically the common methods, many ways are there by which you declare the array inside it. The first method is this, data type, then variable name, and square bracket empty, you have to put it there, equal to new. Now here new operator is used to allocate the memory to this particular array. Again data type, and here size, how many number of elements we need to specify, we need to use inside that array, that size we have to mention here, okay, and then semicolon. This declaration can be done in the following way also. See the first method, here I am declaring only array type, just like a reference variable we call in case of objects. Data type, variable name, and empty square brackets, and then again variable name is equal to new data type. So if I write int x square bracket, x is equal to new int and 10 in this way. So also possible to give the square bracket before the variable name also. It's not expected that square bracket should be given after the variable name, but square brackets can be given before the variable name also. So you can accept in this way also. Okay, so in this way also it works. Somewhere in some programming books we can find the second methodology, and first methodology also good. So common practice is to use the first method, that write the square bracket after the variable names. Okay, so this is how we declare the array. Let's use some examples by which the arrays can be used. See few methods I'll be showing over here. If I write int num is equal to, see few values I put inside this. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, total 9 elements are there. Int num, here empty square brackets are given, equal to all these values in the curly braces. So these values will be stored inside this num, and the array length will be initialized with 9, where this element is 0th element and this element is 8th element. So 0 to 8, these elements are stored according to the sequence. Okay, start from 0 and go on incrementing till 8. Okay, so num is the array created over here. Similar to that, so I can initialize the array in another method also, like I declare the array here, another empty array here, and then assign original array to this empty array. By this assignment, the int b or b array is also got initialized. Okay, so that array also we can use further to perform other operations. Okay, or one more method, like if you write int a is equal to a of 6, and here some 6 values are mentioned, it means that now here I don't declare the size of the array, but here I given the size. It's possible, but make sure that the number of element that you write over here should be equal to this, okay, at least. Okay, so 6 elements are given, I can use 5 4 also, but I can't give 7 because it should not be greater than that. The number of element mentioned over here should be equal to this. So that's why this method is not regularly used. We generally keep empty. So when you keep empty, automatically the number of elements, as per the number of elements, it takes the size of this data, and then array will be initialized. So this is how the array initialization performs. Now let's use some examples here. With the help of examples, we'll try to understand how to declare the array and how to process the array with the programming statements. So let's go for this. So first of all, I'm find. Okay, so first my method is find max. Okay, so let's see how exactly I'll be making use of the arrays here. So this program findmax.java, this program is demonstrating the use of arrays to find the maximum number from it. Okay, so I want to find the maximum number from the array. Now how to use this particular maximum number, how to find the maximum number from the respective array. Okay, that we can see here. So first of all, I declare the x with this int x of empty square bracket is equal to some values I mentioned here. So this is by this method I declared the array x which contains the elements present in front of it. So I can directly assign the constants inside this array with the values which I mentioned inside the curly braces. So total number of elements also here are 9. Okay, so you can check it out. All these elements I put inside this integer array. So like integer array, I can create the array of floats also, longs also, boolean or character also, or I can create the array of any kind of objects also. So array can be created for any kind of the data, where I create the array here in integer format. And now see the second method here, one more array I have created that's called as y. Now here x is initialized array and y is uninitialized array. Y is created but without storing a single value inside it. Okay, it is containing the capacity to store 10 elements inside it, so which will start from 0 to 9. Here it will start from 0 to 8 because only 9 elements are there. 10th element can't be added because the size is fixed now. Once you declare the array with 10 elements, so maximum 10 elements can be stored inside this particular array. So this is how we declare the array. Now let's use the array concept here. So what I done here, first element, how to access the first element. So x of 0, in square bracket I put 0. It means that 0th element from the array is stored inside the variable called as max. So inside this max variable I stored the first element, that is 0th element there, and after that I will be comparing the remaining elements with the max. Wherever I find a max, I will store that value inside the max, and when the loop is ended, then max variable will contain the maximum value from the respective array. Now how to iterate through the array. Iterate means how to print the array, how to use the element from the array with the help of a for loop. So let's see. So I'm printing here system.out.print arrays, and this is the for loop by which you iterate through the array. How to do this one? So I'm taking a loop counter here, int I is equal to 0. Then I is less than x dot length. Now what's the meaning of it? X is a variable and it's treated like an object also. So array is also one of the object. Array contains one attribute called as length. This is not a method, this is an attribute. This length variable contains the total number of elements of the array inside it. So if I writing x dot length, its output will be 9. If I write y dot length, its output will be 10. Okay, so that number, how many elements which are present inside it, that will be signified by length attribute. Okay, so I 0, I is less than 10, 9, sorry, x dot length is 9, semicolon I plus plus. So I will start incrementing, will go on incrementing from 0 to 8, and after that I am using system.out.print x of I. So x of I, like x of 0 first, then x of 1, then x of 2, x of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. That array will be printed with the help of this mechanism of using a for loop. Okay, now once the array is printed, then I'll use the logic to find the maximum number from the array. So how to do this one? Int I is equal to 1. So first of all, first number I have entered from stored inside the variable max. That's why I am iterating through element number 1 onwards. So I is equal to 1, I is less than x dot length, then I plus plus. So let's use x of 1 is greater than max. If x of 1 means next element is greater than max or not. If it is greater than max, then keep that value in max. So actually in our case, max value is currently x of 0, that is first element I have stored into variable max. Then second element I am comparing with the max. It is not true, so this condition will not be true. Max will be unchanged. We will go for next element, that is 6. So 6 will be compared with the max, that is 8. Here also condition is false. Okay, then 2 is checked, then 0 is checked, then 3 is checked, and when it comes to 11, when 11, so 11 is greater than max. Yes, this is true. So that 11 will be stored inside the variable max now. Okay, and then it will check for 5 and then check for 1, and loop will be ended. So at the end of the loop, the variable max will contain 11 inside it. Okay, so this is how we perform operation with the array. We iterate one by one element through the array, and we can make use of the operations or elements inside the array by this particular mechanism and method. So when the loop is ended, after the loop is ended, I am printing the maximum is, okay, whatever shown, maximum is the max variable there. Okay, this is how we are going to perform the operations of the arrays. Okay, I'll just show the output, and let's come with a few more points that we need to remember here. Okay, so check the output of this. Okay, the array which I have printed by using the for loop, okay, they are shown here just like this, and after that I found the maximum number from the array, that's 11. Okay, so this is how we can perform the operations along with the arrays. Okay, few things you need to remember here. We can't store element greater than the highest index of the array. It means that inside this array we can't store the 10th element or 9th element, because highest number is 8th element, 0 to 8. If I want to store 9th element, it will show the error. But in C and C++ it works. Make sure this is what the robust means. Programming language is robust. Okay, one more thing. If you are not storing, or if you are not initializing any variable to the values, their values can't be used. Like I want to, okay, I have declared y is with 10 elements here, and I want to use y of 5 value. See, y of 5 is element is present, but it doesn't contain the value. Okay, because that's not initialized here. If it is not initialized, that value we can't use anywhere in the program. So before using any value, any variable or any array element, it should be initialized first. If it is initialized, then only we can use it inside the program. Initialization is not done, then value or that array can't be used inside the program. That's what we call as the robust. The programming language does not allow you to do anything wrong. So this is wrong, which is not possible to get done with the help of any kind of methods like this. Uninitialized concepts, uninitialized variables, values can't be used by any ways inside the program. Okay, so that's what a simple common application of array concept we are used with the help of this particular program. Let's continue with the another program that is called as anonymous. So let's go for anonymous. Anonymous is the concept called as anonymous arrays. Anonymous arrays. Now what do you mean by anonymous array? Anonymous means the thing which does not have any name. So array which does not have any name is called as anonymous arrays. Now anonymous arrays can be used to pass the values as a parameter to a particular function. So how to use this one? So for example, consider a class anonymous. Here inside that I have declared a method called as void print array, and it contains a parameter that is an array but without any values. Now this value or this array will be initialized only when we pass some array element to it, and accordingly the array will be initialized with number of elements and the length of the respective data. Okay, so what it does, this print array is just printing this arr on the screen. Okay, this method print array intrr. So intr is equal to 0, then I is arr dot length and I plus plus, then I'm printing it. So here I'm doing it. So I'm creating object of this class itself. If I want to use this method, okay, I can directly pass it, but without creation of it also you can make use of it. Okay, one important thing to remember that this is static method. So static method can't access the non-static methods or variable that we already seen. That's why if you want to access this particular method here, we need to create the object. Okay, so object is created, object of this class is created, that is a. Then I'm printing array is how to pass. So this is a dot print array, and this is what we call as the anonymous arrays. The array which is passed, array is passed there, but array does not carry any name. It's stored inside the memory but without any name. So as soon as you pass the parameter to the method, the array is created, operations are performed, and array will be deleted out of the memory. Okay, this is what we call as the anonymous array. So how to use anonymous arrays? New int square bracket, and in curly braces we initialize the values 5, 7, 9, 3, 4. So these values are created in the form of an object, and they are passed here in ARR, and then they are printed on the screen. So this is how we make use of the anonymous concepts. Array is passed, but it is not having any name. It's just like passing the constant values to the methods. Basically, we can pass the constant value to the methods also, and variables to the methods also. Just like differentiating, passing variables to the methods and passing constant values to the methods, this would work. This is working. Passing variable is possible and passing constant values are possible. So passing constant values to the method is done with the help of the anonymous array concept. So this is why we use the anonymous array, and this is how simple is that. You just can check. I'm printing the array on the screen with the help of the print array method here, but here array is not created. It's passed without any name anonymously. Okay, this is how anonymous array actually behaves. Okay, so let's see the basic mechanism to go ahead with the next dimension to the array, that we call as two-dimensional arrays. Now, what do you mean by two-dimensional arrays? So two-dimensional arrays contains two dimensions, like number of rows and number of columns. Now, you might have heard about the concept of matrix. So matrix is the collection of element which contains two dimensions, n number of rows, m number of columns. Maybe they contains number of rows and number of columns same, that is 3 rows 3 columns, 2 rows 2 columns, like this, but it is what we call a matrix. It's a two-dimensional array. Now let's see how two-dimensional arrays are declared. So here first dimension I am declaring x of okay, two empty square brackets I mentioned, and inside that how arrays are declared. So let's see this one, 8 5 6. This is the first row inside this, and this is second row, this is third row. Now see, number of rows and the number of columns to this array are 3. So here default value of 3.3 will be present. 3.3 3 by 3, that is first number of first element in square bracket signifies it is number of rows, and second square bracket signifies it is number of columns. So number of rows and columns are 3. If you multiply this number 3 by 3 will have 9. So 9 numbers are stored inside this array. Okay, so see how the numbers indexes are given. If I want to find the index of this, okay, first of all number of row is 1. This is row number 0, row number 1, row number 2. This is column number 0, column number 1, and column number 2. Correct. So row number 1 and column number 2. So here 1 and 2, that element is 1. So by using two different square brackets, I can access that single element from the two-dimensional arrays. Okay, so first two-dimensional array I am declaring here is x, second two-dimensional array I am declaring here is y. Okay, something like this. And to process this particular arrays, I need to use two different loops. Okay, so outer loop will be used to iterate through the rows, first row, second row, third row, and inner loop is used to iterate through the columns. Okay, so how to do this one? Check it out. For I is equal to 0, I is less than 3. So 3 rows are there, so I will use I 0, 1 and 2, and inside that for every row I am using the columns. So j is equal to 0, j is less than 3, j plus plus. Okay, so system.out.println, print, I will be using x of I j. So for example, when I is 0, j will be 0, then 1, and then 2. It means that 0 0 0 1 and 0 2, that will be first value printed, then we'll go to new line. Okay, and then I will be incremented again. I will be 1, then again 1 0 1 1 1 2, again will go up, I will become 2. So 2 0 2 1 2 2. Okay, then again will go up, loop will be terminated because value will become 3, condition will become false. Okay, so this is how we are going to print the arrays. First matrix, then second matrix in the same direction. So to use that particular array inside the program, we need to use the two loops. Outer loop is for row iteration and inner loop is for column iterations. Okay, so this is way we perform the operation of iterating through the array, and at the end I am printing the addition of these elements on it. It's very simple. Again, I am using the same rows and same columns. So whatever element that I and j is present, if it is 0 0 from x, so 0 0 from y, they are added and they are printed. Okay, same 0 1 0 1, then 0 2 0 2, then 1 0 1 0, 1 1 1 1. Okay, then 1 2 1 2. So 2 0 2 0, 2 1 2 1, 2 2 2 2. Okay, so they are added and they will be printed in the form of a matrix. So this is how we perform the operation on the two-dimensional arrays. Here also two-dimensional arrays are declared by this method. We can process these elements with this arrays, two-dimensional arrays, with the help of two different loops, where outer loop is used for row operations and inner loop is used for column operations. If I run this code, okay, check it out. This is how the arrays I am printing here by this methods. What I have done, first row by row, 0th row, okay, 0th row, 0th column, 0th row, first column, 0th row, second column, and when this is ended, I am going to print the new line, that is /n after it. So it goes on new line, then again 1 0 1 1 1 2, again new line 2 0 2 1 2 2. Okay, in this way is printed first matrix, second matrix, and finally the addition of both of these matrices with the help of the third for loop here. Okay, so this is we perform. So this is how we generally perform the operations onto the arrays which are containing two different dimensions, where the rows and columns are specified. Okay, so two-dimensional arrays are used by this particular mechanism in Java programming language. Okay, so in this way the arrays, the concept of array, are basically used in the programming. Now there is one property that the arrays in Java are containing. This is called as variable sized arrays. So we can create the array in Java which will contain variable sized. Look at the diagram present over here. This is what I require. For example, this is my arrays where the first row contains 5 elements, second row contains 2 elements, third row contains 3 elements. So 5, 2 and 3. These are the number of elements present inside this array. Okay, so if I want to create such kind of the arrays, so I'll create the array by this mechanism. How to do? The table is the name of the array, empty square brackets is equal to new int 3 number of rows, and columns are not given. So I require 3 rows are fixed, but the elements that every row or the columns that every row is containing, they are different. Okay, so check it out. Table of 0. So first row 0, I am specifying 5 elements to it. So 5 elements are added to this table. Then second row I am adding 2 elements. So what, how do this one? Table 1. So this is the number of rows specified, and in that row I am adding 2 entries in it. Okay, a new int 2. Now third row, table of 2 is equal to new int 3. So in this row I am adding 3 elements in it, like this, in this way. So this element is table of 0 3, this element is table of 2 2, but this element, if I am to use 1 2 1 and from direction 2, it's not available there. Variable sized arrays. Now remember, this particular concept of variable sized arrays is used in one advanced technology of database operation systems called as NoSQL. NoSQL is the database technology where we create the database in this particular way. There, Java programming language concepts of variable sized array is used most effectively to create the tables inside the NoSQL technologies. Okay, this is how the variable sized arrays are applicable, created. Okay, if you are aware about C and C++, there this kind of the concept is not possible. You can create the array, 2D arrays, but the number of rows and columns should be equal. Okay, so that's what variable sized arrays are. Let's come with the last point of this particular concept of arrays. It's called as the arrays class. Arrays class. Okay, so array itself is an object, but inside the util package of Java, as we have seen scanner object already from the util package, but in util package there is one more class called as arrays. That arrays class is containing some default static methods. With the help of these static methods, we can perform the operation onto the arrays. Okay, that's possible to perform these operations. Now how to do this one, that we are going to see operations over here. Now let's see. Yes, so here I have declared one method called as display. With the help of this display method, I am displaying the array on the screen. This is what array I am passing. Okay, so static void display method, int I equal to 0, I is less than array dot length and I plus plus. Then system.out.print array of I and out.print. Okay, here I am putting some square bracket. Okay, nothing is present inside it. Okay, just to print the array on the screen, this display method I am creating there. So whatever I am passing here will print in the form of the array form. ठीक है. Now let's go here. Now I am initializing the array from 1 to 10 and multiplying this number by 3. So the sequence of 3 is created there, okay, by this method. I0, I is less than 10, I plus plus, and the array will be formed. You can check it out. Array of I, 3 into I, so 0 into 3, then 1 into 3, 2 into 3, 4 into 3, 5 into 3. In this way this array variable is initialized from 0 to 9. Okay, so array is initialized there. Now how to use the methods of the arrays. Now let's see how to use it. So here I am displaying the array first, and then from arrays class, arrays is defined class we are just imported above the class. It contains the sort method. Sort method is used to sort the element of the array. Okay, we can sort the element of the array by this method. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just make a small change here. I'll not create the array in this way. I'll initialize the array manually here. Okay, let's initialize it. Okay, yes. Okay, for example, these are the elements which which are stored inside it, and I will initialize the array. Okay, so this will display the array. This is the method that we are declared below. Then arrays dot sort. Arrays contains a sort method to sort the arrays. Pass the parameter and print the sorted array here. Fine. Directly sort method is already available in the arrays class. Arrays class. Sort is a static method. That's why it is used along with the arrays class name, not the object name. Okay. Let's go for the next. Arrays dot fill. Now, see this. I want to fill this array from 2 to 6 by 5. Means from element number 2, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It will be filled with 5 completely. That is what fill method will do. Okay, so after fill it will print it. Okay, again that will sort the array. Or one more method I can use it here, like binary search. Int index is equal to arrays dot binary search array, and search for this 21 inside the array. Okay, you might have, if you are knowing data structures, there is a concept called as binary search. By using this binary search mechanism, we can search the element inside the array. But the pre-requirement for searching using binary search is that array should be in sorted format. If it is in sorted format, then only I can search it and it will find the index. 21 is present inside it or not. Okay, that will find. So here, if it is 21 is present, I think 21 is not present. So we'll go for 25. 25 is available, and index of 25 will be returned by using the binary search method from the arrays class and print it. That's it. So these are how we can make use of the some method from the arrays class. Let's see. I'll just show you which arrays class methods are present. When I press a dot there, see this one. These are the arrays class methods are available. Okay, as list, so convert in the form of the list. Binary search, see how many are present. Almost all kind of the data are. This is binary search is a overloaded method. Almost all kind of objects we can pass there. Okay, see copy of equals. If you want to check two things are equal or not, you can make use of it. Fill, this we have seen. Then parallel prefix, they are not commonly used methods, but you can make use of. See sort, just we have seen that. Split writer, then stream, to string. If you want to convert in string format, that also we can use. These are the few commonly used methods from the arrays class that we can use. Out of it, 3 methods are demonstrated over here from the default arrays class. I can use where array can be passed as parameter to them and print the values of them on the screen. So let's check it out. Yes, see, these are the original contents. After that, I have sorted it. So this array is sorted. Okay, 7 is present 2 number of times. After filling, so this one fill. Okay, this is what 2 to 6 elements are filled by 5. Okay, and then again I have sorted it. And if you want to print 21, what's the location of 21 is 7. Okay, this is how can make use of. Okay, this is present at the 7th location. Fine. So in this way we can make use of the operations. We can make use of the operations onto the array with the help of arrays default class. So methods are available with us. We just can make use of these methods easily to perform any operations onto the arrays. Okay, so this is how array concept is used by the Java programming language. Again, the programs are given to you for practice. You you can make the modification. Even you can try different type of the data also. Here I have used only integer data, so floating point data, long data, character data can also be used easily in the form of the array, and then we can process that data by the same mechanism there. Okay, so that's from my side in this video. Thank you, thanks a lot.